Hello everyone. Today we'll be doing our last section of this unit, and it's going to be about identifying special quadrilaterals. So I have a few different resources that you can use to really figure out what kind of quadrilateral you're looking at when I give you it. So first there is this diagram. This diagram shows the relationships among special quadrilaterals you have studied in this chapter. Each shape in the diagram has the properties of the shapes linked above it. So for example, a rhombus has the properties of a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. So rhombus has those properties, but then it has the properties of parallelogram and it has the properties of quadrilateral. A square is going to be the most special because it has its properties, but then it has the properties of a rectangle and a rhombus, and a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. And so I see there's kind of three groups here. These special parallelograms, trapezoid, isosceles trapezoid, and kite is just kind of off on its own. On the second page of the notes that you can print out or just save on your Chromebook, here is another kind of diagram for you that's kind of similar to the other one, but this one actually has all of the properties on there. And so I see I have quadrilaterals. The first one I see is a kite. And we know that definition is two pairs of consecutive congruent sides. And then I have those other properties there as well. Parallelogram and all of its properties. Trapezoid, exactly one pair of parallel sides. Isosceles trapezoid is when the diagonals are congruent and base angles are congruent. You see rectangle and rhombus, and then square. And so again, if it's a square, then it's also a rectangle, it's also a rhombus, and it's also a parallelogram. I also have this chart that I made for all of you where it gives the shapes, and then it gives an X for all the properties it has. So for example, for a rectangle, it has two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel, two pairs of opposite sides that are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, all angles are right angles, both diagonals bisect each other, diagonals are congruent, and consecutive angles are supplementary. So you can use this as well when you are doing your homework or doing your test to really just get a summary of all the properties that all these shapes have. Because I know this is a lot to remember, so definitely use this resource when you're doing those assignments to kind of look and see, okay, this shape has opposite angles congruent. What shapes have that property? And you can look here, or you can look on this page, whichever one works better for you.